Hello, I'm Dr. Guy Farish, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences at Baldwin Wallace University. We're delighted to be partnering with the Power of the Pen competition again this year, and we look forward to our continued partnership. I'm coming to you today virtually from Marting Hall, home of the departments of English, History, Religion, and Philosophy. It's the hub of the core curriculum that all BW students take as part of their study. At the other end of campus is our newest building, the Knowlton Center, which houses the departments of Computer Science, Mathematics, Physics, and Engineering. It hosts a number of beautiful new laboratories for robotics, 3D printing, and a number of classrooms with interactive technology. We look forward to the time in the near future when you can come visit our campus, tour all of our buildings, and get a sense of life at BW by talking with some of our faculty. Until that time, I'll simply say welcome, good luck in the competition, and thank you for being with us here, at least virtually today. I'll now introduce Dr. Les Hunter, Chair of the Department of English, who will say a few words.
Why do I write? I write because I don't know. A couple of years ago, I wrote a play called Down by Contact that was about a former professional football player who suffered from a traumatic brain issue and a traumatic brain injury. And it was a topic that I didn't know anything about. And I spent over a year researching, reading, writing, talking to doctors, talking to former players, talking to a lot of people who've suffered traumatic brain injuries, and one doctor had me pretend in his office that I had a traumatic brain injury myself based on his research to kind of get my mind into that mentality. And I learned so much about the brain and about football, topics that I didn't know anything about. And it also really gave me a really fresh perspective on football players, a group of athletes that I hadn't thought too much about previously. And it gave me a real sense of their struggles and their perspective. And I think that that's something that writing can also bring us, is a sense of empathy for the other. There's been a number of studies that have come out in the last few years that show pretty conclusively that reflective writing is a way to actually build empathy. And I think empathy is so important now, as we've seen so much in our national discourse that people are not listening to each other and that they are continuing to become ever more isolated. We see this in social media where the more you click on like, the more you're fed that exact same information. So you're ever more surrounded by a hall of mirrors, your own hall of mirrors. But writing is the opposite of that. Writing is a way for you to enter into the sphere of others, listen closely to others, research the way that other people live, and try as best you can to understand them. And so I write to try to understand the world and to try to feel less alone. It makes me feel more alive.